What's up, guys? I'm in my Sunday's best. Happy Sunday? Yeah. What was I going to talk about today? Oh, yeah. So, creative energy. This is something that I have been meditating on for a little bit, and it's like, the name of this video is going to be, you can't put new wine into old wineskins. Why did Jesus say that? So I was thinking about this for, like, if you look at the whole picture, all the structures are breaking down because you've got people kind of feeding off of each other in different ways. A lot of different ways. If you're trying to create out of something that is energetically tied to the past, then you're not creating anything new, right? So, the best way to heal anybody, or you can't heal anybody. This is like the ultimate lesson. I think this is one of the most important lessons that Jesus' story taught, is he was able to heal other people temporarily, but those people still died, right? He was the only one that really ascended in that process. So he healed himself, and he tried to teach people that they were whole, and then he taught them the way to do that. If you believe in me. Most people don't understand this. He transmuted his own pain to do that, and so that, and a lot of people argue so that nobody else would have to do that, but that's not true. If you can't transmit your own pain, then nobody can do it for you. You can be in pain all you like, right? You can live in sorrow all you like. You can decide to live in a crappy way, in whatever. Doesn't matter. It is not depending on anybody else. And that's the problem with the religious systems as a whole, because people are worshiping something out there, and they don't realize that they can create whatever they want. And that's how you heal yourself. I've been trying to tell this to the business community for a long time. Coaching doesn't work, right? Because you're coaching somebody to do something that you just got done doing. And it's just this never-ending cycle. I mean, is everybody going to turn into a coach? Hope not. All right. So, and you're never going to free yourself unless you're able to completely disconnect and start just creating something new. And that will be way more empowering than, having 10 clients a week. Right? I mean, having clients doesn't really do anything for anybody, right? It's just a energetic exchange. You're kind of feeding off something. You have to feed off of their energy in order to support yourself. That's the problem with that, right? It's not a problem. It's just an old way of doing things. It's the old animal beast nature. So until you start creating something new, and you can't create anything new until you break and let go of things in the past. So, for example, I thought that I could maybe consult businesses to organizationally heal themselves, right? But you can't fix something that's broken. It's just an old way of doing things. Until you completely disconnect from it and just start creating something, that structure has to break down. That's happening on the inside and the outside at the same time, right? It's all happening at the same time together. And so you're overcoming energetic blockages as new things blossom from the inside out. The old things have to go away. And so that's part of the surrender and be patient process with yourself and with the people around you. Because you have to teach it and say, hey, look, we don't have to do things the old way, right? There's nothing wrong with how you were doing it, and people had genuine authenticity to try and help one another. There's nothing wrong with wanting to help somebody. But understanding how to heal yourself and teaching that to other people is what's going to help them more than anything, right? And it's very simple. Get in your creative energy. Take time for yourself. What is it that you want to create? The people that have the most freedom in our society are the creators, right? Anybody's creating their own music, creating anything. And then you're not dependent on anybody else. You're And you want to work with other creators, people that want to create from their souls, from their heart space. Yeah. And so eventually, once you understand that you are the creator, the more you create for yourself, the more you'll start changing the reality around yourself, because you're just pouring your heart into the world around you and creating what it is you are meant to create. And so for me, I've weighed like whether or not maybe I could read tarot cards, right? And just start creating that. But in a way, you're trying to help somebody along a path. It helps, but it's still an old way of doing things, because you're getting messages from somebody else and getting, hopefully they're a channel from the divine. But if you can create your own channel from the divine and use your imagination and just create from your imagination, then you're always going to blossom something brand new, something that's never been created before, right? I was just thinking of that the other day. And pouring new wine into old wineskins, that's kind of, or you can't pour new wine into old wineskins. In other words, nothing new can be created until you let go of the past. I mean, that's an easy way of saying that, but at the same time, you're breaking down the barriers in your own body to create something new. So I've thought about creating a couple of new things, and it's still getting tweaked, right? Still using my imagination. Use your imagination. What is it you're here to create? That will be the most difficult thing you'll have to go through to overcome your own boundaries and have faith in yourself, because if it's never been created before, then your faith is gonna be off the charts, right? That's how your faith makes you whole. If you're always counting on somebody else, your faith will never get to the place where it needs to be. That's why, and I had a hard time understanding this for a long time when I was, thinking about money and why I was just so blah about money. And there's nothing wrong with it in and of itself. It's when you depend on it. You need to be able to depend on yourself to create and then naturally attract what you need. Because as long as you're creating the right thing, creating positivity in your environment and helping whatever it is you're creating is helping the people around you, then you'll always be taken care of, right? If you're harming in any way, then you'll go through these boom and bust karmic cycles. Like if you're dependent on money, you'll go through a boom and bust karmic cycle that is dependent on money. If you're a creator, there's always going to be demand for whatever you're creating, as long as it's done in a positive way, and whatever it is you're creating is people need, right? If people don't need it, eventually they'll go away. For one thing, people are going to have to slowly start getting detached from their electronic devices, because none of us need that. None of us need games. None of us need our phones. I mean, it's nice to be able to talk to somebody, but as far as how much stuff our phone does, do we need that? Probably not. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. We'll pick an oracle card. I mean, just because, I guess any one of them could be applicable, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what. It's talking worlds within worlds. When you're creating something, you're creating a new world within another world. And all these worlds are colliding until a world will form that does not feed off of you. Because don't you want to be around somebody that doesn't need to feed off you energetically? Think about that. That's why it's so hard, and I've seen this in the coaching community, it's so hard. More and more coaches are starting to work together. And so, but they're still kind of staying in the old mindset of what can we do to coach other people together, right? But if you see somebody as broken, you're projecting that energy, which means you're trying to carry somebody else's burdens. You can't do that. All you can do is teach people how to heal themselves and be creative. Walk your truth. This is my truth. Because until you learn how to heal yourself and you heal yourself completely, even if you can heal somebody temporarily, you're never gonna give them the keys to immortality. Love you guys. Have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll catch you on the next time I decide to do a video. I don't know. I have other projects going on. I never know when this is going to happen. Divine inspiration. Love you guys. Have a great day.